watching a lot of video, trying to figure out how not to turn the ball over 25 times for 29 points.
Right, the front row on the right.
Christie, kind of going off that last point with the turnovers when it came to Caitlin in particular, was it stuff that you thought she was rushing? Was it stuff that Connecticut was doing? I know they obviously doubled her. What did you see that made it so difficult for her in that sense?
Yeah. I mean, we've got to help her out. We've got to do a better job of coming back to the ball. We worked on that a couple times, several times this week, just knowing that was going to probably be what they were going to do, both on her and possibly E-Dub and Kelsey if she played. But we just have to do a better job of getting somebody back to the ball, her coming off, and when that double team happens, her getting off of it, and then us looking to go inside right there because of how, where their defense is at this point.
Anyone else?
Coach, I can sense your frustration. What's most frustrating about this loss for you?
Just, there's just so much that we need to work on. And we just, this league, it's not very kind to us right now with our schedule and what we have coming up next. And that was, to have to watch video and not be able to go out and work on something, it's two different things. You can watch, but it's different. So it's us trying to figure out how we can change and fix what we need to in 24 hours without a practice.
Go back front row on the left.
You mentioned that they punched you in the mouth. I guess why do you think they were able to do that early on?
Yeah, well, that's who they are. The Connecticut Sun is a good team. Give them all the credit. My gosh, they've just got so many weapons. They hit big shots. I'm just really looking forward to going back and watching kind of how we had some breakdowns defensively and how we were going to guard some of their split actions with the guard-to-guard screens. You put Bonner at the 4 and you run a pin down with her, with Bantam, that's tough to guard. So, there's just some things that because they're so talented, that they can do. So we've just got to get back to the drawing board, get back to figuring out, how we can get those stops.
Go back row in the middle to Howard.
Coach, when you saw out of Kelsey Mitchell tonight, number one, how gratifying is it to see her? It seemed like she was able to get stronger as the game went on. And number two, to a lot of the problems you're alluding to tonight, how significant is getting Kelsey Mitchell at full strength to solving some of those problems?
Oh, I think it's huge. I think getting her in. But again, she hasn't practiced with us. So that chemistry with her, as a dynamic guard as well, that's just going to take some time, and we're only going to be able to get that in games. So, but yeah, really exciting to get her back. I think we went over maybe a minute of what she was, we were trying to keep her under. But yeah, just really excited to get her back.
Go back front row on the left, Scott.
Yeah, Coach, how do you deal with in general now moving forward with length, with physicality for the entire team as you go up against that with maybe size difference? And then also, how do you maybe jumpstart offensively AB and what she's trying to do inside? Yeah,
we've got to get AB some touches down there. We've got the spacers to keep them from getting a double team or triple team. We've got to do a better job of, I think it more comes to if people are going to guard us the way they did tonight, which if I was playing against us, I'd watch this video and guard it the same. We've just got to make sure we are moving, we're getting off the basketball, and we're able to get the ball inside to her because she's one-on-one in the post with them in those reds and those double teams.
Front row on the right to Chloe all the way.
Yeah. Dejanay Carrington shut down Caitlin pretty well tonight. Just what did she do well, or how can you use that to learn through film with coming up?
Yeah. I wouldn't say 20 points is keeping her down, but she can learn. Dejanay's an athletic guard, and they had a game plan against her, and it's just going to take some time for her to, to figure that speed and quickness and physicality out. It's something she's not had. So, we tried to rep it and mimic that at our practices with our practice guys as much as we could, but it's just not the same. So that, just some timing for her of just having those reps against these kind of players.
Go second row on the left, Cassandra.
With all these tough opponents early on such quick turnarounds, what kind of benefit do you see, if you see one, of having it now as you develop with Caitlin and the rest of the team going forward?
Yeah, I think for me, the biggest challenge, and it's what I told them, you don't have time to sit on this game and just stay mad or stay upset. We've got to move forward. We've got to get to New York. We've got to figure out what we did tonight that we can do better. On offense, especially the, 25 turnovers. And some of them were just they were trying to go inside. They were throwing it really from far out. Like, we've got to have people coming back to the ball and then attacking, getting in the paint. So we've got to get back to figuring out how to handle the Reds. That's what we're going to see all year with Caitlin and with Kelsey.
Go back in the front row to Erica.
Yeah, Coach, with regard to what you're talking about offensively, what is the ask from Aaliyah Boston? And then on the flip side of that, what is the ask of her teammates to feed and get Boston involved in what you want to see offensively?
Yeah, we stat, how many paint touches that we get, and that's just not a catch by a post. That's getting feet in the paint. We just weren't able to get downhill tonight at all. Like, if we could have got our feet in the paint and collapsed their defense, we would have been able to, hit some of our shooters. We just didn't get that. And because we didn't get that and we didn't move when the ball went into AB, our post automatics just weren't there. That's our movement off the ball. So that's just something we're going to look at tomorrow and do better at on Thursday.
I go to Zoom for one. Scripps News.